We just talked about power in terms of how it's actually calculated in physics, but it's also a little bit different again once we're on the bike, because when we're on a bike, what we're doing is we have a spinning crank, and that's how we're creating power. So power is measured a little bit differently. It's different terms again, but it's the same idea. So we can think of torque, which is a force at a distance. That's our crank, right? So that's our force as the part of the power equation, right? It's just
Okay.
a little bit different name because it's at a distance from the middle. And then the speed, what we're going to do is because what we're doing is we're spinning this, what we're doing is our legs around in circles, basically is we're going to need to know angular velocity instead of the speed. So we want to know, how fast that's spinning. And that's basically your cadence, right? So you could push really hard, push at, a super low cadence, and your power could maybe be a little bit low, or what sprinters are doing, what they're generating, they're pretty high torque, at a crazy high cadence. You think of track cyclists, where they have a really high cadence and they're going 60, 70 k's an hour on the track.
Right. So they're pushing on the pedals really hard. There's kind of the force part of the equation. And then like the speed component is your cadence, the angular velocity, or times angular velocity is giving us power. So I can see the different variables there. I can push super, super hard on the pedals. I can generate a lot of force, but if I'm doing that at 20 RPM, my power's probably not that great. But if I maintain the force and then get up to 100, 120, now I'm getting a lot of power.
Yeah, definitely. And at the same time, one of the things that we can do as well, like we can go out and we can do an easy ride at a really low power, but have a high cadence. That's just because what we're doing is we're having a really low torque. So when we have a low torque, there's really low stress on our muscles. And this is exactly what we're doing when we go out and do something like a recovery ride, where the force is low. We're not putting any stress on the muscles to create that really low force. And we're spinning it around really quickly, which means we have a really high blood flow.